Yo, this is my winter arc meso deficit cycle update for week 1, where I'm going to go over any body weight changes, how my mental, sleep, and energy are going, as well as talk a little on the experiment I'm doing on myself.
Wait, what?
As well as my lift progression, so like how did the lifts feel? Will I be changing anything up for next week? Same thing for my diet, my food and macros. And then we'll get a little personal. I'll talk about, how my discipline's been, my motivation, where I'm at. Kind of fits with the mental as well. And then finally, I'll let you know what videos I'll be dropping next week because, yep, I've finally got stuff scheduled and finally have a release plan, baby. That should be great for all my 10 followers. Anyway, stay tuned. I'm about to go over all of that. Yo, my name's Juan Gonzalez, just another gym guy, and I ain't certified in a goddamn thing. Certainly am not a dietitian. Haha. All right, let's talk about changes. I just finished up my first week of my mesocycle. If you've been following any of my other videos out there that show you the lifts, the days, the macros, the food, the experiment that I'm having on myself.
Wait, what?
Then you might be interested in my updates. Then again, this is just the first week. And based on the way that I do my program, the first week is usually pretty easy as we ease in, get into any new lifts. You know what I'm saying? Like get into that form, figure out the weight, so on and so forth. So yeah, let's talk about this. I started out at about 190, 192 or something. And now I'm clocking in at 188. Whoa, I lost 2 pounds. I am trending downwards for the first week. Take that with a grain of salt, though, because we can't really trust the scale. I am going through somewhat of a recount because I took enough time off where my muscles are just coming back as I lose fat. It's a little bit rare. It usually happens if you've taken time off. If you just started lifting. It usually happens if you've taken time off or you just started lifting or you just started taking steroids. That's just the facts of it. That's when you're going to get a recomp. That's when you're going to gain muscle and lose fat. So yeah, I lost 2 pounds. Grain of salt. There's always water and everything else involved. My energy, sleep, mental, my hunger. Going in for week 1, my energy's still pretty high. I'm only doing about 2 sets of most of the workouts. Like I said, easing in, marking everything down. My energy is doing well. My sleep is jacked, but that's not anything to do with the workout. I've just been trying to deal with some sleep issues. I'm seeing a specialist about it. No shit. Because sleep's very important for your muscle growth and everything that your body's doing. And on top of that, for your mental, so you don't freak out. But I'd say everything's going smoothly. On the hunger side, I had to go through Christmas and the holidays. I had maybe a little bit over my macros, but I mostly stuck to my macros and calories. I never went into a surplus, so even if I knew I was eating a little bit more, it was more of a maintain, kept everything at 2,000 or below. That's the goal. Well, actually, the goal is less than 1,500, but during holidays and stuff, it's like, well, just don't go over. That's what I tell myself. Enjoy yourself, just don't go over, get your protein. So I think I did pretty decent for the first week, right? Lost 2 pounds. And the experiment on myself, in which I'm using Motzi. I don't have too much to say about that. It's definitely not making me any more tired than normal. My recovery feels the same, if not better. I'm not super sore, and when I do get sore, it kind of dissipates relatively quickly. So yeah, we'll talk more about that in further updates. I'm sure we'll figure out some more data. Once we get more data, there you go. Talk about that when we get more data. And my lift progressions. So as I mentioned, first weekend, doing about 2 sets of all the lifts that I talk about in my full explanation of the mesocycle lifts. And feels pretty good. I was going for, you're supposed to, well, you're not supposed to do anything. With the app I'm using, RP Diet, you're supposed to go for like 3 RIR. So that's like you stop when you think if you do 3 more reps, you're going to fail. I like to go a bit closer to failure. So I've probably been doing about 1 or 2 RIR, reps in reserve. And everything felt great. So next week, for most of my lifts, I'll be going up in reps. And then for some of my lifts, I'll be going up in weight, which means for my hip thrust, I'll go up in weight. For my bench press, I'll go up in weight. For hack squats, up in weight. And calf raises, as well as abs. So all those go up in weight until I kind of hit a point where I really can't hit my numbers. And then I'll keep that weight. If it's really bad, I'll drop it. Because at the same time, while you're going week from week and you're progressing, you're reaching some sort of plateau where, like, obviously you can't just keep adding 5 pounds every week or we'd all be lifting 1,000 pounds. So you're going to hit a certain point. At the same time you're doing that, your overall energy is going down because you're hitting the gym, if you're me, six times a week. You know what I mean? That's why we end up taking a deload. So you kind of got this X going. So you're going to peak. You're going to have a peak week at some point, and then it'll slowly go down. But right now, everything's good. Going to be going heavier, going to be doing more reps. Then around week 3 is when I'm going to add in more sets. But hey, we'll talk about that next week, right? So yeah, everything's good, and that's pretty much how you do the thing. As we go on, I think these will become more informational for people because everyone always posts the beginning of their stuff. This is my mesocycle. These are my lifts. Da 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 da. And then they kind of just die out. You never see what happens to that. They'll tell you like, "Oh, I'm going to be changing things along the way," but you never really see them change anything because they don't make those videos. Or it's just someone who doesn't follow a certain program, and that's cool. People just go in there
saying on you to hit this and this week. I'm going to go near failure and keep pumping.
and you see them dudes get big too. So I'm not putting that down. I'm just like mentally, I got to be structured with everything I do to get it done. All right. So I guess let's talk about the food options. I have a whole video on food options, spoilers, coming out next week, which will go over all my different food options. Clearly, I'm a week in. I had started the actual diet portion a little bit sooner. I'm not bored of my foods. I have a lot of good options. And the way that I've built my structured my plan, you can fit them together like freaking Legos. So like if you don't have much time or if you're just not feeling that one thing, there's something else you can grab that's faster. You know what I'm saying? If all else fails and you're like, I don't feel like eating it, I don't feel like, I'll make a shake. Because even if I don't feel like a shake, you just down the thing. You know what I'm saying? So food, I'm doing good. I'm not going to make any changes on. And let's see, motivation, the personal stuff, the determination.
I'm hype. You hype? I'm hype, motherfucker.
I don't know. I'm all scared to say the wrong words now because I've noticed that certain videos literally get 0 views. Like when you're making shorts. Rewind that. I'm just like, mentally, I'm structured with everything I do to get it done. All right, so I guess let's talk about the food options. I have a whole video on food options.
I'm worried about certain words that I say in the video. That's why I'm kind of just saying experiments on myself and Mod C and not what Mod C is because I have enough videos talking about what that is.
But what I've noticed when making shorts is when I say certain keywords, those videos get no views. But then the next video, like if I'm just lifting or talking about the lift, gets 1 million views. Not really 1 million. That would be awesome, but no. So yeah, if you notice I'm talking a little weird, I'm kind of trying not to cuss, but who knows? I'll let go at some point. I mean, Dr. I'm getting off track. The motivation and everything is going fine. Discipline-wise, like I said, the holidays were there. Obviously, some cracking points where you're like, yeah, I'm going to eat this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be staying like below a surplus. So that's fine, especially compared to previous years where I would go insane. You know what I'm saying? Come out the holidays like, I need to lose 20 pounds now. So I feel like I did pretty good. What the heck? I lost 2 pounds. Now...
Coming soon to a YouTube channel or Instagram reel near you.
All right. So, on crap, I can't remember my release schedule because I didn't write it all down. Let's just go off the noggin. So, I'm releasing this one. It's Friday. That's got to release today. Saturday, I'll be releasing my first pilot ever of Fold Laundry with a Gym Guy. So, you know, mind it, it's going to be a little bumpy, but whatever. That's a with me video where I'm just folding laundry and we're just kicking it, just chilling. You don't even have to listen to me. It's just like that experience of having someone there doing the same shit you are or cleaning while you're cleaning. I'll be folding laundry. Sunday. No, I'm not going to release on Sunday. I think it's a bad day to release things. Monday, my pilot video for Cardio With Me. So it's another With Me video. This one's just a beginner's one. It's a pilot. I just want to see what people think, if anyone has feedback for me. And it's just me talking through cardio, talking to you. If we hop on cardio, we can both complain about it together. You can comment to me how your cardio went. In my first video, I'll be talking about cardio in general, the benefits, the different ways to work up doing it, what you can expect out of it if you're just starting cardio for the first time, or how to work cardio in but still gain muscle, because that can be a little bit tricky. Or how to work cardio in and not lose muscle during a deficit, which is a cut. On Tuesday, I will be coincidentally releasing my full Tuesday how-to lifts. So all the lifts that I do on Tuesday, I have in one video. I describe them. I tell you how to do them. I show you how to do them. And then I talk about what not to do so you don't get busted up. That comes out on Tuesday. Wednesday, see, now my mind's getting all messed up. Wednesday is going to be that food one where I talk about my winter arc diet. So winter arc mesocycle diet, full diet. I'll show you all the foods, talk about the macros, show you how I make the foods, and talk about how I just create these different options that I could easily grab. And, you know, like I said, like Legos, just whatever I need for the day, we're good to go. And Thursday, I do not believe I'll be releasing anything. And Friday, it'll be my next update video. Yay. Other than that, you can expect shorts every day that pertain to the videos. Sometimes I actually like making the shorts better because it's just a nice short chunk that gets straight to the point. It doesn't cover all the bases of whatever that one topic is, but it gets you there and gets you enough and hopefully gets you interested so that you'll watch the full video. And even if you don't watch the full video, I feel good if I'm giving you any knowledge that you need about anything. You're like, what about those videos where you just talk about shirts? Well, hey, I'm talking about shirts, man. Leave me be. Sometimes shirts like this one by Fab Creates, whatever, it looks dope. They got like workout tattoo chicks. They got crazy mind-blowing stuff over at Fab Creates. I actually do have a discount code for them. It is GymGuy15. I don't know where I'm going to put up my stats for this. Anyways, whatever. GymGuy15, Fab Creates. I'll have that link in the description. And yeah, that's everything I'm releasing next week. That's an update. I guess the last thing is for me to take my shirt off, show my body, do a little twirly twirl. We could do that every week and just hope by the last week it is noticeably different. And of course, the last week I will have my body fat percentage for you guys. I started this journey out at 15% and we'll see where it ends. All right. So without further ado, it's Nike time. That's it. This was my update video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, or you've got something to look forward to, because I'm really hoping somebody tunes in and checks out one of those new pilot videos, fold laundry with me, or do cardio with me, because why not? All right. Like, subscribe. No. All right. Talk to you guys later. Peace.